Oh, beautiful projector. Welcome back to Success Loves Projectors. I am Elle, human design guide, specializing in helping human design projectors create success from ease instead of exhaustion and effort. It is wonderful to have you back here where we delve into all things human design, specifically for projectors. Now, if you are new to human design or just recently discovered that you're a projector, this is a perfect conversation for you. And if you're familiar with human design and you're used to the idea of being a projector, but you want to get more nuanced and really understand how to leverage being a projector to create success, abundance, and ease, this is the conversation for you. Especially if you have found success already in areas of your life, professionally, personally, like you're already kind of on the path that you want to be on, but you're still searching for ways to achieve your dreams, achieve your desires, create the success that you've been dreaming about without burnout or exhaustion. This conversation is for you. And if you want to find a way to use your naturally powerful, potent, penetrating projector energy to create effortless success, you are in the right place, my love. Today, we are going to be simplifying the basics of human design, focusing on how we as projectors can use our unique gifts to achieve success that we desire and deserve with ease. So we're going back to the basics, decoding human design for projectors and unlocking our unique potential for wealth, success, and a thriving lifestyle, all effortlessly aligned with our true nature. Because we are here to live in ease. We are here to be successful. We are here to rest and receive. But most of the time, we are living like energy types that are not like us, and we're burning ourselves out in the process. Before we dive in, though, I want to let you know about a few opportunities to take this conversation even deeper. So if what I'm sharing with you today resonates, I've got a couple of things that you might be interested in. First, there's my completely free, although I should charge for it because it is so good, training called the Projector Prosperity Primer. And it's all about how to start creating success from ease and not effort if you are a human design projector. It is a conversation specifically and exclusively for projectors about creating success, which is our signature. That's what we are here to be and do and feel and live. But you don't need to burn yourself out to get it. Now, if you want to take the conversation even deeper, I have the Rich and Rested Masterclass, which is incredible. And it's a low price where you can take a deep dive in how you can thrive without burnout. And of course, if you're looking for personalized one-on-one guidance, I offer human design chart readings specifically focused on how you can uniquely create money, success, and abundance. And as you know, I focus specifically on, and I work exclusively for human design projectors. So for all the details, check the links below to everything that you might be interested in. So let's dive in. Let's begin at the beginning. What is human design? At its heart, at its core, it is a system blending 5 ancient traditions: astrology, the Chinese I Ching, Kabbalah, the chakra system, and quantum physics. I know it sounds like a lot, but don't worry, we're going to keep it very simple today. And human design has lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of layers. There's a lot of layers that you can dive into, but they're not going to actually be relevant or useful or make any sense if you don't have the basics and the foundations down. So today we're going to be talking about the basics and the foundations of being a human design projector. So I find human design very useful for showing us where we are meant to have an impact and how we are designed to interact with others. It's a tool that helps us understand our energetic presence in the world, the aura we emit, and how it interacts with the energies around us. Now, here's the deal. I don't think that human design is prescriptive or predictive. Some people, it is their religion and more power to them. That is not how I think about it. I think it is a very useful for giving language and context to what you probably already know about yourself, for what you already sense about yourself. But because human design projectors we're only 20% of the world's population. We are very, very, very different than the other 80% of the world. We move differently. Our energy is different. We need different things. We require different things. And even if we didn't have the language or the system of quote unquote human design, We projectors especially probably know that, right? We generally feel different. We generally feel like on the outside. We generally feel misunderstood. We generally feel unseen. We generally feel kind of on the outs. And even though we're trying to do the things that we were told to do, right? To be successful, to make money, to accomplish our goals, to create the reality that we desire, even though we're doing those things, there's something that generally feels off for us. We generally can't quite kid in the same rhythm as other people. Now, if you're a projector and you're like, yeah, that sounds real for me. Even if you don't know anything about human design or anything about being a projector being true for you, what I have found as I learn more and more about human design, I'm like, that makes sense to me, right? Like, so I don't think about human design as a projector telling me who I am. It's more confirming and affirming things I already know about myself. And as a result, it gives me ways to maximize that, right? For example, as being human design projectors, we are non-energy types. We just don't have the kind of energy that 80% of the world has. We really need to be resting, restoring, replenishing in order to have energy. But because we are non-energy types, we can't be going out giving our energy to everybody who wants it. Energy means time. Energy means attention. Energy means space. Energy means sharing time, energy, or space with someone. And so when we know that our strategy to be in the world is to wait for the invitation, that means wait to be invited to share our power, our perspective, our unique energy. And then we decide whether or not it's an aligned invitation and whether or not we want to accept it. That helps preserve and conserve our energy so that we use it only for the things that actually are great uses of our energy. Now, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this is important to name, because even if you're like, oh, human design doesn't mean anything to you, what it does, if you are a projector, especially if you are a projector, it's a kind of permission slip to not have to be all over the place, not have to talk to all kinds of people, not have to do all kinds of things, not to initiate, but to wait until you're recognized and invited before you share your wisdom, before you share your energy, before you share your power, right? And because we only make up 20% of the world's population, we are quite rare and very special on this energetic landscape. So what does it really mean to be a projector? So the 5 energy types are manifestors, generators, manifesting generators, reflectors, and projectors. Those are the 5 aura types. 3 of those aura types are energy types. They naturally replenish their energy. That's manifestors, generators, and manifesting generators. Reflectors and projectors are non-energy types, which means we actually have to rest and restore in order to replenish our energy. Energy types also need to rest, but it is very different. It shows up very differently. And because I'm here for projectors, as a projector, that's who I focus on. So just know that they have their own way of needing to restore their energy, but it's not something that I dive into. So unlike manifestors who are here to initiate, generators and manifesting generators who are here to sustain, they're considered the worker bees of humanity, and reflectors who are here to reflect and amplify humanity, projectors have a very unique and distinct role. We are here to guide and direct. Consider it this way. In a world where everyone is busy flying their planes, projectors are the air traffic controllers, ensuring that everything runs smoothly. We possess a very unique vantage point, one that allows us to guide effectively and efficiently. We are the orchestrators, the consultants of the energetic world, meant to guide and advise, not push or force. This is a powerful perspective shift for many of us, especially in a society that values relentless working and going and doing and constant activity. Recognizing that our strength as projectors lies in our ability to see and understand rather than do can be incredibly freeing. It allows us to step back from the pressure to always be doing and instead focus on getting in true alignment with our actual nature. So imagine this. While others are busy producing, we thrive on observing, understanding, and pointing out the paths to efficiency and success. We see the shortcuts and the long roads, and we know which ones will work best. That's our magic. We are very good at seeing the other, not as great as seeing ourselves, but we're very good at seeing the other. Right? It's like having a bird's eye view of a maze, being able to guide others through it without getting lost ourselves. And this is why projectors make excellent managers, consultants, guides, executives, leaders. We excel in roles that allow us to use our insight to help others achieve their goals while conserving our own energy. And this is why it's so important to be invited, because we see so much, because we know the lay of the land, because we observe so much. If we are not recognized and invited for our gifts, we often will be perceived as a know-it-all, as bossy, as putting our nose in other people's business, right? We have to be recognized and invited for our unique perspectives to be valued, because as much as they might be true, most people don't want us all up in their Kool-Aid, not knowing the flavor if they haven't asked us to be there. And so it can feel like rejection. This is why it's so essential for projectors to know that we have to be recognized and invited, and not just be spilling all our medicine and our wisdom and our magic without being invited to do so. Now, being a good leader, being a good guide, does not mean taking control or managing people's lives, but rather offering insights and strategies that help them operate more efficiently and more effectively. Our role is to be advisors, consultants, and leaders who empower others to find their own paths to success. As projectors, our energy doesn't sustain on constant output like generators, who are 70% of the population, which is why they are here to work, to build, to sustain, and they thrive on it. But you, me, we're designed differently. Our energy is more refined, more potent, and it's not meant for consistent output. Instead, we're here to guide, to direct, and to lead others using our deep wisdom and insight. I think of our aura. They say in human design, our aura is penetrating. And I think of it like Cyclops. Like we see, it's like a beam coming from Cyclops's eye, right? Like whatever Cyclops, just imagine it's a laser beam. Whatever that laser is focused on, it's going to burrow and burn into it. Everybody doesn't want to be seen like that. Everybody doesn't want that guidance, but it is a gift. And so when we share it, when we've been invited, it's truly powerful and transformative. Our gifts as projectors lie in our ability to manage, direct, and understand energy more subtly. We are the orchestrators and the consultants of the energy world, meant to guide and advise, not push or force. Let's go a little bit deeper into one of the most important aspects of being a projector, the invitation. In human design, our strategy as projectors is to wait for the invitation before stepping in to offer our guidance. Now, this might sound counterintuitive, especially if you've been conditioned to go out and make things happen, right? Moving and shaking, making things happen. But this concept of waiting for the invitation is a game changer, a lifesaver, an energy preserver. It might seem strange at first in a world that often tells us to go after what we want, to push forward at all costs. The idea of waiting might feel counterintuitive or even passive. But for us projectors, this strategy is anything but passive. It's about making ourselves visible and valuable in the areas of our expertise so that our insights are invited and welcome. It's about being seen so that we can be recognized, so that we can be invited. Because here's the thing, when you wait for invitations, you're aligning yourself to the natural flow of your energy. And that's where the magic happens. Think about it. And you got to be real honest with yourself right now, okay? Have you ever tried to give advice or share your insights, brilliant though they might have been, with someone who didn't ask for it? Guilty as charged. I definitely have. And how did that go for you? I'll wait. Probably not that great, right? That's because as projectors, our guidance is truly only recognized when it's valued and invited. When you wait for the right invitations, you avoid the burnout and frustration that comes from trying to force your wisdom onto others who aren't ready to receive it. And it may be like completely good intentions, right? Like, I know you have good intentions. I know you're just trying to help, trying to be useful. Same, right? Like, I'm like, I see the problem here. I see how this could be fixed. But if they don't want it, they are not going to accept it. And then you have wasted your energy on something that they didn't even want. And you, again, don't have a ton of energy. So then you just sitting there without a lot of energy and you've given it to someone who doesn't want it. It's not a great feeling. And it's not a great way to sustain your energy to create the success that you desire. Because for what you desire, you do need energy. So you have to stop wasting it on people who have not recognized or invited you. And here's the beautiful part. When you honor this part of your design, you'll find that the right invitations come to you easily and naturally. You become a magnet for opportunities that are aligned with who you are and what you're here to do. Those opportunities, those invitations are drawn to you like a bee to nectar. This is where ease comes into play. No more chasing. No more efforting, just pure, effortless success. And when we align with this, when we projectors draw in opportunities that are meant for us, we live the success that we know we're here to be. We attract the right people and our situations that resonate with our natural energy. So when you're out there efforting, when you're out there initiating, when you're out there working, even if those invitations come, they may not be resonant. Right? They may not be the right ones, and you may accept them for a whole myriad of reasons, but they may not be the right reasons. Invitations that come without effort, those are the ones, once you check in with your inner authority, those are the ones that are meant for you. Now, this alignment with our strategy allows us to operate with less effort and more impact, because we become like magnets, drawing in resources, drawing in people, drawing in situations that align with our purpose. This doesn't just apply to our professional lives, but to our personal lives as well. When we live in alignment with our human design as projectors, we find that our relationships become more fulfilling, more in flow. Our work becomes more effective and our lives flow more smoothly. Integral to our success as projectors is embracing our strategy of waiting for the invitations. It's how we ensure our influence is effective and welcome. So, how do you navigate this world as a projector? You know you're here to wait for the invitations. You know you're not going to have a ton of energy. You're going to be intentional and deliberate about how you're spending your energy. It's the next step is really understanding your authority. The two fundamental factors for navigating the world and life successfully as a projector are knowing your strategy and your authority. These are two essential things. Your strategy is waiting for the invitation. That's true for all projectors. We are all here to wait for the invitation before we share our wisdom. Our authority is just as important, and it's how we make decisions that are in alignment with our true self. Now, depending on your design, you could be an authority that's emotional, splenic, self-projected. There are several different authorities that projectors can be. Each authority has its own way of guiding us towards the right decisions. For example, if you have an emotional authority, it's crucial to give yourself time to feel through your emotions before making decisions. If you're splenic, like me, you might get an instant intuitive knowing in the moment, and it's all about trusting that first instinct. So for emotional authorities, human design says there is no truth in the now. You have to wait for your emotional wave to rise and fall, and then let the truth reveal itself. Splenic authority, on the other hand, truth is only in the now. And you can see, and there are several other authorities, and you can see this is why it's important to know your unique authority so that you can really tune in to how you best make decisions. Honoring and understanding your authority is the key to making decisions that feel right and true for you. And remember, I offer one-on-one human design chart readings where we dive deep into how you can really embody your strategy and your authority, focusing on how you can live them to create more success and abundance in your life with ease. If you want to explore this further, be sure to check out the links in the show notes. So when you start to live in accordance with your authority, you make decisions that are truly right for you, and life starts to flow more easily. You find yourself in the right place at the right time, engaging with the right people and attracting the right opportunities. Success starts to become the vibration and the frequency of your life. Now, we've got your strategy, we've got your authority. What does it look like to actually live as an aligned projector? The projector lifestyle of success is all about working smarter and not harder. It's about recognizing that your energy is precious, couture, limited edition, and it's not meant to work in the same way as everyone else. Your role is to guide, to lead, and to use your energy in a way that feels aligned and nourishing. Adopting a lifestyle that respects your projector nature is about embracing your need for balance between activity and rest. It's about valuing insight over output, focusing on the impact rather than the volume of your work. By prioritizing rest and recovery, we as projectors can ensure that when we do our work, we are operating at our highest capacities. We are not here to cut energetic corners. We are not here to scrimp. We are not here to run on fumes. We're here for a lifestyle that not only minimizes stress, but maximizes our influence and our capacity to generate success, abundance, and wealth. By working smarter, not harder, we position ourselves for sustainable success and true abundance. This means setting boundaries around our time and energy, learning to say no to people and projects and commitments that do not align with our strategy and our authority, and prioritizing our own well-being so that we can continue to offer our best selves to the world from a full plate. This might mean working fewer hours, taking more time for rest and rejuvenation, raising your rates, only accepting the projects that light you up and you're excited to share your expertise because you've been recognized as the expert that you are. It means being incredibly selective about what you say yes to. It's about quality over quantity. And I know this can be a huge shift, especially if you're used to the hustle and bustle that tells us we need to be constantly doing to be successful. But I'm telling you that is just not true for us as projectors. Our success does not come from doing more. It comes from doing less, but with more intention and greater alignment. This is why I call projector energy goddess energy, because goddesses are here to attract. We don't have to effort. We have specific gifts, specific skills, specific ways that we offer and share our medicine and our magic with the world. But we don't have anything to prove. Either we're recognized and invited, or we're not. But there is nothing to prove to anyone about anything. And that is projector energy. We get to sit on our thrones as goddesses, projector goddesses, and decide yes to that, no to that. Let the invitations come to us and we get to decide. Just like Iman in the Remember the Time video. Yes, no. Because when we know and trust our authority, our inner wisdom, we know which decisions are right for us. We don't have to overthink. We don't even have to overanalyze. We just trust our inner knowing. Building a relationship with your authority is about learning to trust your inner guidance, to pause and listen to what it's telling you before you make a decision. This also means setting boundaries around our time and energy, learning to say no to projects and commitments that don't align with our strategy. So I want to share with you why I work exclusively with projectors, because I am a projector and I love being a projector and I love working with projectors. But when I first started studying human design, most of the teachers out there, I think all of my teachers were either generators or manifesting generators. They are 70% of the world's population, right? So they just take up more space than other people. And I realized that when they talked about projectors, it was always from like an outsider perspective because they don't know what it's like to be a projector, right? It's all theoretical. But there was all this like, projectors are tired, projectors don't have high self-esteem, projectors have to work really hard to like decondition themselves and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, that doesn't actually resonate with me. I've never had a self-esteem problem. I don't actually feel that way. I don't actually feel like I have anything to prove with anybody. You know, they were just taking the dogma of human design and regurgitating it theoretically, as opposed to like what they knew from lived experience, which is fair because they aren't projectors. They don't have that lived experience. But I was like, I know there are other projectors out here who need to better understand themselves through a projector's lens, not talking down on us, not trying to belittle or minimize a projector experience, but really just through an empowered, embodied lens and life experience. And so this is why I focus exclusively on projectors, because I am the projector whisperer. I speak projector, I understand projectors, and because I see projectors, right? We're very good at seeing the other. I see you projectors, and I help you see yourself. And that is where the true power lies. When you understand how powerful you are, how potent you are, how penetrating you are, and you really embody and own it, and you don't try to work yourself to the bone, you don't try to work yourself hard trying to prove how amazing you are, but you sit in your power and you let invitations come to you, you really are unstoppable. Because I know what it feels like to be burnt out, frustrated, overwhelmed, and wondering why traditional success paths don't work for you. And I'm going to tell you why. Long story short, they weren't meant for you. You have to carve your own path as a projector. That's what you're here to do. That's who you're here to be. And so I help guide projectors in rediscovering who they are, because at the end of the day, human design is not going to teach you anything new about who you are. All I believe human design does is reflects and reaffirms who you've known yourself to be, especially as projectors. We've had to unlearn ourselves so much in order to survive in an energy world, in order to survive in a world that was made for and by manifestors, manifesting generators, and generators. We've had to unlearn our natural rhythm, our natural cadence, our natural self-trust. And so my job, my work is to help you remember who you are at a base level so that you can live in the success that you were made for. I have made it my mission through Success Loves Projectors to help other projectors, especially women like you, navigate this journey. I understand the nuances, the ups and downs, the incredible potential that lies within. Maybe you even have already created this level of success, but you've done it by burning yourself out. You've done it by pushing yourself too hard. I'm here to help you do it with ease. So that's why I'm passionate about this work and why I'm here to support you and create the success you desire without the burnout. And seeing the remarkable success of my projector clients in masterclasses, one-on-one readings, in my longer term containers, who've shifted from overextension, from overexertion into thriving with ease, is why this mission feels so good to me. I love seeing how you all create the success and then just kind of end up floating and really floating and still accomplishing your goals, still feeling successful, usually more successful than you've ever felt before. And you have the energy to actually enjoy it, because it's not about achieving more. It's about being more of who you are meant to be, more aligned, more fulfilled, more at peace with your path. That is who you're here to be. That is what you're here to do. So my loves, as we wrap up today, remember your role as a projector is not to chase, but to attract, to be recognized and invited, to guide, to lean into your natural abilities, trust your strategy and authority, and watch as your life aligns more fluidly to your innate strengths. You have a very unique role to play in this world, and one that is essential and deeply needed. Embrace your projector nature. Let your presence be a testament to the power of living authentically, that you do not have to sacrifice success for effort. You can have effortless success. So reflect on how you can adjust your life to better fit your projector nature. Consider the quality of your engagements, the rest you allow yourself, the ways you make your wisdom accessible to those who recognize you and invite you to share it. These adjustments might seem small, but they will have a profound impact on your overall well-being and success. Aligning with your human design as a projector isn't just about personal growth. It's really about transforming how you interact with the world within yourself and the world around you. So thank you again for joining me. If you're inspired to go deeper, check out my one-on-one readings, check out Projector Prosperity Primer and Rich and Rested Masterclass. Everything you need is in the show notes. I'm here to support you. I'm here to guide you and celebrate with you as you discover and implement the wisdom of living your human design. You are not alone. I am here with you. Until next time, take care. Keep embracing your incredible potential. Keep shining your light. And remember, my love, you were designed for great success. Bye.